WWE Evolution is done and over, and I am pleasantly surprised. Just like I do with every pay-per-view, I took a shower, I rode one out, and I got my thoughts together, so let's talk about it. We start the night off with Bayley versus Becky Lynch versus Lyra Valkyria for the Women's Intercontinental Championship. The match starts out with a huge ovation for these ladies, which is very deserved. Lyra would hit a Fisherman Buster, and as Lyra has the bridge pin, Bayley hits her with a flying elbow. As Bayley's trying to hit the Rose Plant on Becky, Lyra hits a flying leg drop on both of them. Bayley would hit the Rose Plant, and as Bayley's stacking up Lyra, Becky backslides Bayley into a roll-up, winning the match and retaining the Intercontinental Championship. Very great match. The Women's Intercontinental Championship has been the best women's title for a while now, with just bangers each and every pay-per-view. Next up is Jayce versus Jordan Grace for the Women's NXT Championship. Blake Monroe will be in the corner of Jordan Grace. I'm sure that'll work out just fine for Jordan. Towards the end, Jayce tells Fallon Henry to give her the belt, but Blake didn't like that and gives her a headbutt. As the refs distracted, Jordan would be Irish whipped into the ropes and hit in the back with the championship by Blake Monroe, which would lead to Jayce retaining her NXT Women's Championship. Blake Monroe gives Jayce her championship and walks away. Jordan, you should know better than to trust Blake Monroe. Have you not seen what she did in her past life? Jordan and Blake's friendship lasts as long as Y2AJ's did. Next up is Raquel and Roxxane versus the Kabuki Warriors versus Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss versus Ruca and Zaria for the Women's Tag Team Championships. I'm pretty sure someone forgot to tell Asuka that they're not wrestling in Saudi Arabia right now. The crowd is chanting, "We want Charlotte." This would not have happened 2 months ago. Charlotte gets tagged in and starts cleaning house, and the crowd's just going nuts for her. So Ruca would hold Alexa Bliss as Zaria's setting up a spear, but at the last minute Charlotte saves her and Zaria accidentally hits Ruca with the spear instead, and ultimately Roxanne and Raquel would retain their Women's Tag Team Championships. I like this pairing of Roxanne and Raquel. Even Raquel's starting to like it. Liv, however, probably isn't a big fan of this. Very fun match. Each team got their time to shine and everyone looked great. Next up is Tiffany Stratton versus Trish Stratus for the WWE Women's Championship. Even though Trish is 50, if you were to tell me that she was in her early 30s, I would not bat an eye. Trish definitely still has it. Tiffany hit the end of Heartache. She's definitely been watching some Roderick Strong tape. Trish would throw Tiffany onto the ground with a nasty fall. Tiffany would hit a picture-perfect swanton. Tiffany would ultimately hit the prettiest moonsault, winning the match and retaining her WWE Women's Championship. There's really not that much to say about this match. It only lasted 8 minutes. I'm sure if this got more time, it definitely could have been way better. After the match, Trish Stratus would get a standing ovation and the crowd would chant, "Thank you, Trish." Next up is Naomi versus Jade Cargill, no holds barred, with Bianca Belair as a special guest referee. Bianca was announced as the special guest referee at last night's Saturday night's main event, but my ass wasn't watching it, I was watching All In. Whether it be referee or wrestler, Bianca always looks amazing, but I will say her referee outfit from a few months ago was way better. I mean, I almost saw the light when she wore it. Naomi and Jade Cargill both look amazing. Everyone in this match is just looking amazing. Jade pulls out a table and the fucking idiots still chant, "We want tables." If I were to ever start my own wrestling company and I hear people in the crowd chanting, "We want tables," you'll be fucking zapped with a gun from Killer Clowns from Outer Space. Jade would grab a camera from a cameraman and hit Naomi with it, and she just slings it out of the ring like it's nothing. That's an expensive camera, Jade. That's gonna come out of your paycheck. Naomi would kick Jade into a TV monitor on the bottom of the announce table. Jade would end the match hitting Jaded from the top rope through a table, winning the match. It was a pretty decent match. I was expecting a little bit more, but it was fine. Next up is the Battle Royal, with the winner earning a championship match at Clash in Paris. Kalani Jordan would be able to do a handstand and save herself from being eliminated. And the final two will be Lash Legend and Stephanie Vaquer. But Stephanie Vaquer would ultimately win the match, hitting the Devil's Kiss on the apron and pushing Lash off, eliminating her. And now Stephanie Vaquer has a guaranteed title shot at Clash in Paris. Even though Lash lost, this was still a star-making match for her. We move on to the main event, Io Sky versus Rhea Ripley for the Women's World Championship. Io would hit a nasty poison rana on Rhea. Rhea would fold Io in half with a razor's edge. Io would go for a springboard drop kick, but Rhea moves out of the way and Io hits the ref instead. As the ref's down and out, Rhea would hit the Riptide, but there's no ref to count the pin. With no ref, the match would spill out into the crowd, and as Rhea's on the ground, the Genius of the Sky would climb onto the top of the cases and hit a cross body from 20 feet in the air onto Rhea. As the ref's coming back to life, Io would hit the over the moonsault on Rhea, but Rhea would be able to kick out. I thought Io had the win right here. Io would hit a Spanish fly off the top rope, and as both of these women are down, Naomi's music hits, and here comes Naomi. She would officially cash in her Money in the Bank. She would hit Io with the briefcase and throw Rhea outside of the ring. Naomi would hit Io with a split-legged moonsault, win winning the match and winning the Women's World Championship. Very shocking. I thought Naomi would cash in on Jade if she would ever win the championship at SummerSlam, but this is a very pleasant surprise. An absolutely fantastic match. And this is the longest women's non-stipulation match in history, clocking in at 26 minutes. This match would show why Io Sky is one of the greatest wrestlers in the world, and that Rhea Ripley is a huge star for a reason. After the match, Io and Rhea would embrace each other, both proud of what they've accomplished here tonight. And that was WWE Evolution. I didn't have too high expectations for this pay-per-view after there was no builds for any of these matches at all, but I was pleasantly surprised, and this was a great show. Evolution should be a yearly show. If we can have shitty ad-filled Saturday night's main event, then we can damn sure have Evolution yearly to showcase the women on the roster. This has just been a fantastic weekend of professional wrestling and Saturday night's main event. I hope you all enjoyed this video. I'll make more silly videos like this in the future, so stop on by when the time comes. But until then, be careful.